Hello everyone. We are from Sigma team from Universitas Islam Indonesia, Master of Statistics. Today we are going to present the results of our analysis for the international data quest. We focusing on the relationship between population and health indicator among ASEAN country from 2015 to 2022. The goal is to analyze the relationship between health indicators such as health expenditure, infant, and under 5 mortality rates and life expectancy. And then we compare the population condition in ASEAN country during the period 2015 until 2022. And then we comparing the health condition between country on ASEAN country based on K-means clustering. Let's see the graphic and visualization in this. First, we finding about the population that Indonesia has the highest population, followed by Philippines and Vietnam. And second, the country with the smallest population are Brunei Darussalam and Timor-Leste. The population trends in our country have steadily increased each year without significant decline. And we have to compare about population and the indicator, health indicator, such as life expectancy and then health expenditure. And then we can see the mortality rates. Yes, that's we can finding first Singapore and Brunei Darussalam have the lowest infant mortality rates. Yes, and Myanmar and Cambodia show the highest mortality rates, and Indonesia in middle range. And we can see that they have a trend in here that our country exhibit a year by year decline in mortality rates. And we can see the mortality rate, and let's see finding the health expenditure per capita by year and country. First, we can see that Singapore has the highest per capita health expenditure. We can see that Singapore and Brunei Darussalam, they compare mortality, they has a lowest mortality. And then we can see the relationship, yes, about health expenditure and mortality. That if the country has the more health expenditure, the more loss mortality. And second, countries such as Cambodia and Myanmar have the low health expenditure per capita. And let's see the life expectancy. Let's see that uh, Singapore has the highest life expectancy. We can see in mortality and health expenditure, Singapore have the highest health expenditure and lowest mortality. And then the impact, the life expectancy is most highest, yeah, compared to another country in ASEAN. And second, Myanmar and Timor-Leste has the lowest life expectancy at birth, and Indonesia is around 70 years and so a stable increase. Overall, an all ASEAN country demonstrates that they are a rising trend in life expectancy. So in the visualization, we connecting the dot and we have the insight in here. First, there are positive correlation between health expenditure and life expectancy. We can see the country with higher health expenditure, such as Singapore, Brunei, and Malaysia, than to have higher life expectancy and lower infant mortality rates and have the higher health expenditure. And second, significant regional disparity. The large gap between high income countries such as Singapore and Brunei and developing countries such as Myanmar, Cambodia, Timor Leste, Indonesia highlight inequality in health system and access to medical service. So we analyze with K-means clustering to classify that's the gap between high income country and developing country. And next, the study progress across ASEAN. Despite disparity, yeah, we 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 find the unique pattern that our countries show positive trend. Yes, rising life expectancy first, declining mortality, and growing investment in health. But we have anomaly in COVID-19 pandemic. Yes, in 2020 and 2021. We can see the stagnation in several indicators during this period indicate that the pandemic disrupt health system in almost all ASEAN country. And then the next, my partner will explain about this. Thank you.
This map shows the correlation between health and demographic indicators across the 10 countries in my dataset. We can see several interesting relationships among the variables. First, there is a strong negative correlation between life expectancy and mortality rates, but under 5 mortality minus 0.88 and infant mortality minus 0.91. This means that countries with higher child and infant mortality rates tend to have lower life expectancy, which aligns with our expectations about health outcomes. Next, life expectancy is strongly and positively correlated with health expenditure per capita. 0.75. This indicates that greater investment in health per person contributes to longer life expectancy. However, the correlation between life expectancy and health expenditure as a percentage of GDP is weaker, 0.34, suggesting that the absolute spending per person matters more than the share of GDP. We can also notice that infant and under 5 mortality rates are highly correlate with each other, meaning that reflect very similar health conditions in a country. Finally, the cluster variables show moderate correlation, negative with life expectancy, and positive with mortality rates. This confirms that the clustering results are consistent with these health patterns, where countries with lower mortality and higher health enforcement belong to the high-performing cluster. So next, analyze to identify how countries in the region differ in their health performance based on several key indicators, namely under 5 mortality rate, infant mortality rate, and health expenditure life expectancy. The analysis produced three main clusters, each representing a district level of health performance and economic development. Cluster 0 includes Brunei Darussalam, Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand. These countries show very low mortality rates and the highest life expectancy, averaging around 77 years. This indicates that these nations have strong healthcare system, well developed infrastructure, and broad access to quality health service. In summary, this cluster representing developed and high-performing health system in the region. And cluster 1 consists of Myanmar and Timor-Leste. These countries represent the lowest performing group in terms in health outcomes. This shows that both countries still face major challenges in healthcare access and quality, and they fall into the low-income developing health system category. And cluster 2 includes Cambodia, Indonesia, the Philippines, and Vietnam. This group sits in the middle range, not as advanced as cluster 0, but performing much better than cluster 1. Overall, these countries are in traditional phase, our healthcare system are developing and gradually improving. So countries with lower mortality rates tend to have higher life expectancy, and this relationship is strongly correlated with health expenditure. Higher investment in healthcare contributes directly to better health outcomes and improved quality of life. So that's all the presentation from us. Thank you for your attention.